Are the new mythic items, the 4 different elements, actually good? Or are they mostly useless meme items that are a waste of space in your inventory? I'm gonna answer this question in depth today by going over where to get them, how to use them, what they do, when to use them, when not to use them, and how to use them correctly. All absolutely necessary questions to answer to figure out if they are worth it or if they are trash. My name is TSK, and on this channel we go super deep into every single aspect of Fortnite Zero Build gameplay. After mastering Season 1, it's time to attack Season 2. My goal is to become the best together with you guys. Let's go over the most important questions together. First, in order to play them, we of course have to find them. There are 8 elemental shrines all over the map, 2 of each element. I'll quickly show you where to find each one. First, we have a fire shrine at the north of Rebel's Roost, where you guessed it, you'll mainly find the fire element. I like this one because it's pretty close to an actual location that you can go to. A little bit further to the east, we have a water shrine next to Classic Hearts, also close to a spot that you can loot. And you guessed it, mainly you'll find the water element here. Further to the east and a little bit to the south, north of Grand Glacier, you will find an air shrine. Kinda cool to get these early because you will get great movement. More to that later. And then south of Grand Glacier, you find another water shrine at the edge of the snow biome. Further south, in Brawler's Battleground, you find another air shrine. Really cool location to quickly go to if you want to go to Brawler's Battleground to begin with. Further to the west, next to Snooty Steps, you got the second fire shrine. Would have been really nice to have this here once we still had bosses in Fencing Fields and Snooty Steps. Now kinda hard to ever be here, to be honest. Same as the Earth Shrine west of Pleasant Piazza, where you guessed it, the Earth element. And then lastly, in the center of the map, in the lake, we have another Earth Shrine. I like this one because it looks beautiful. Additionally, you need to know that they can also spawn different elements on top of their own elements. You can also find all elements as floor loot and chest loot. Next, how do I use them? Let's begin with fire. The fire element is basically a melee weapon with AoE damage attacks that do a medium amount of damage. Additionally, your character will jump around, making it harder for enemies to hit you. Secondary fire will push you up before you do a jump attack that will damage enemies around you and knock them back. The last attack of the primary fire combo will also push enemies back, by the way. Air, the movement item of the elements. Primary fire will get you into this traversal form, and using a right click or double jump while driving will shoot you up in the air. Additionally, if you are not in a traversal form but have airbending equipped, you will be able to do a large jump that doesn't share its cooldown with the jump of the traversal form. You use it exactly like the Cerberus dashes. And bonus info, if you have Cerberus dashes and airbending equipped at the same time, your airbending super jump will take priority over the dash, meaning you will do the super jump and not the dash first. Keep that in mind, it almost got me killed once already. Earth, primary fire throws a boulder at your enemy. The AoE is pretty small, and sadly in the throwing animation, the rock will be in front of your character, so you cannot see where you're aiming at. Good job, Epic, by the way. It does an insane amount of structure damage, which is the main use of the primary fire. The secondary fire creates a stone wall on a cooldown. You can only have one up at the same time. Water, it's simply a burst weapon with no damage drop off and perfect accuracy. Little spoiler ahead, this is the strongest item in the game right now. People are sleeping on it hard. But as you will see in the clips in the background, it's way too strong. It doesn't have ammo, so you can shoot it infinitely, and additionally, you regenerate health in water and swim faster. You can also shoot it while jumping / shockwaving yourself, as there's no bloom mid-air either. When can I use them? Fire, you can use them in close range to damage your enemy while doing small teleports, making you harder to hit. You can use the secondary fire around a corner while you get pushed to jump on top of them and knock them back. You can also use them when multiple people stand next to each other to do AoE damage to all of them. Air, really good for rotating. You can look at it like a car that comes with easier steering and vertical movement. You can also push people after damaging them. The movement is good enough at dodging enemy fire to be used this way. And you can use this to reposition in fights that you wanna take to another position. Earth, destroy cover and build cover. Attack enemies if you're desperate and have nothing else to shoot with. Water, use water if you want to win every match from now on by mastering it. Just shoot it no matter the distance. When not to use them. Fire, if your enemy has hands and you think there's a possibility he will shoot back at you with a normal weapon. Air. In endgame circles, where many people have angles on you, you have no cover, every bullet will connect to you, and after getting out of airbending, you will also not have a car to hide behind. Be cautious. Earth. Don't use the primary fire to attack enemies. The DPS is ultra low and it's very clunky to use and hard to hit. Water. Perhaps don't use it in shotgun distance. The Gatekeeper shotgun is still better at that, I think. How would I use them correctly? Fire, I think there's actually one thing it's good at. When you're running from your enemies or getting pushed and you know they will get around your cover in a moment, using the secondary fire will most of the time be a free 80 damage hit on them and also knock them back, giving you space again. The big issue, even with this play, is though that after using the secondary fire, you will be locked in a no weapon switch animation, which forces you to just do nothing for 2 seconds, which is sadly also pretty bad. Airbending is a solid rotational tool, way better than the Wings of Icarus. By the way, the Wings of Icarus, the Thunderbolt of Zeus, and Chains of Hades were all temporarily removed from the game until May the 3rd, one day after my birthday. Thanks, Epic. I really like using the 2 jumps to get on high grounds, and I use them in general for repositioning in fights. Earth is pretty straightforward. Think about it as infinite portal bunkers. Weaker of course, but on a cooldown with infinite uses. And again, only use the attack to destroy cover, which is honestly insanely good, especially in higher ranks where endgames get super sweaty and people camp. It destroys bushes from range, it destroys trees in one shot, and it does huge damage to anything that enemies can use to camp you. Water. Stem everyone down on any distance. Use the hipfire for more mobility. Honestly, look at the clips, the damage is unbelievable. Thankfully in the game I come from, we had a pretty much, actually it's exactly the same weapon, so I'm super used to shooting this, which is why I'm absolutely running everything over with it. Whether it's unranked or ranked, I play it literally over all SMGs, all ARs, the DMR and the sniper rifle. It's better at close, mid and long range than any other weapon in the game. I cannot believe they actually buffed it. Most other content creators are severely underrating it, but having no bloom on a high DPS weapon even while hip firing allows you to play so incredibly much faster than anybody else. You will run circles around them while headshotting them for 150 damage or so. It's absolutely broken, which brings us over to the next question. Are they good? Well, you just heard my answer for water already. Beyond S tier, this is a weapon I will create the god tier for in my upcoming all items tier list video for season 2. If you didn't have good results with it yet, practice. I mean, you're seeing it here in the background footage. What more can I say? Fire? No. The only redeeming factor is the secondary fire, but even that is not good enough for an item slot. However, keep in mind you will have a pretty open inventory since pretty much only water banding plus a Gatekeeper shotgun is needed as weapons right now. Okay to play around with, but pretty damn bad regardless, especially the primary fire. Air, it's good, not as good as water banding of course, not as good as shockwave grenades as they're faster and more precise movement, but a great rotation tool that is also usable in fight with the secondary fire outside of the traversal form, and honestly decent at pushing and great at repositioning. Again, only comes on a cooldown, so you also have infinite uses. I will play it a lot. Earth, good for sweaty games with campers in the end game. With campers in the end game. If you're playing at a rank where this is a concern, go for it. Especially since in those games, creating your own cover is also insanely strong. Just don't use the primary fire for damage. In total, I absolutely love the avatar update. It's super fun to play and there's a lot to learn and figure out. I'm doing it live every day in my stream, by the way. It's also on this channel. Come say hi. And guys, if you enjoyed the video, learned something, or appreciate the effort, leave a like and subscribe. More guides to come. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.